Hello everyone, my name is Erica Mance and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we do a lot of different types of, I don't know who's we is me. I do a bunch of different types of videos and I do want to switch up my style a bit, but life just be happening constantly, so I can never really plan for any of my ideas, but we're changing that, okay? But until then, you get content like this, baby. With the best type of equipment. It's 3:18. It's Thursday. It's May 11th. These are facts. It's hot here in New Jersey, so this is a reminder. Drink some water or drink some beer with me, because that's what we're doing here at the Sedona Tap House. Gonna have a flight of beer, gonna chill out, gonna talk about some stuff and drink some stuff. And I don't know where else you're gonna go find this content. Before we move on, I'm telling you, you have to subscribe, like, and comment. It seems like a lot of people really like the Takis video. I had fun doing it, but I was like, damn, this is popping off, and I'm here for it. Let's go.
So we don't have Nitro Cali, and we don't have Grateful Jams.
Oh no! Okay.
I know. I was very surprised about that too.
Oh, man, I was really looking forward to the Grateful Gems.
Yeah, we did have it yesterday, but they changed it. It's just another double IPA.
You know what? I'll take that.
You want to take that one?
Yeah.
Right.
I actually like that one too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you.
No talk. I'm sorry about that.
No worries. While I'm waiting for my beer, I've been really playing roughly with the idea of like trying to maybe make my own movie, and I do want to start doing short films. And yesterday I just kept tossing and turning and like thinking of how much I talk about how much I want to do certain things and I never do it, and I'm just always either complaining about it or just like really self-aware of wanting to do something and then completely just staying in the sidelines and not doing anything about it. So I've been kind of like taking a couple of steps to try to kind of push myself into the mindset of making movies, and I took myself out to watch a movie last week. I saw Evil Dead Rise, which was poppin'. It got me really excited. So it got me super hyped because I loved the camera angles that they use. I don't want to do any spoilers, but I think there's one photo that's going around that has the main character looking through this like fish lens, which is actually a door, an eye peek. Ooh, awesome. Hold on, I'm gonna forget that order. I know the first one she said it was Montauk. Told you, we have only the best equipment here. So the first one's Montauk. I want to start off with something light. It's a little hazy. Let me just go back to give you guys the specific beer. This one is Montauk Driftwood Ale. So it's a pale ale and it's about 6% ABV. Cheers. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, it's just like I was tossing and turning at night and I was just like feeling really insecure about being on the sidelines, and I'm just like, why am I so self-aware of these issues but I just can't seem to bring myself to do anything about it? So I've been trying to basically like take myself out to the movies, like try to watch movies again, try to write down these ideas and whatnot. And again, I saw Evil Dead Rising, which great movie, and then there's this like one shot through the eye hole scene which I love. Like I love that camera angle. I love the opening of that movie. I thought it was so dope and it just made you super excited to like be there, and a lot of horror movies don't do it for me, especially how do I say, like Poltergeist, like exorcism movie. I'm not really that a fan of that. That's not the type of horror I like, at least. What's that movie that kind of killed it for me? Paranormal Activity. I feel those movies just killed the paranormal experience for me. So I came into watching Evil Dead Rise without knowing like what it was, and then I found out it was like that type of movie. And at first I was a little hesitant, but I actually was really enjoying the movie. Like, it's super gory. It kind of almost quickly goes over how it's like like an evil spirit. Like, it's not, you know how some movies focus so much on the church and the religion and all of that stuff. Like, it kind of just goes right over that and just focuses on like the gore. There's some comedic relief in there. Some of the times I felt like I was in a video game with the elevator. Like, they're trying to get in the elevator, trying to do this. Like, I don't know. It was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go. But I used to do that all the time. One of my first jobs was working at a movie theater, and I used to watch movies every week, like every new movie that came out, and just always watching movies. And one of my friends, Jazzy, like really introduced me to a lot of amazing / traumatizing movies that I just love. I love movies that can make me react, whether that be negatively, happily, crying. I love movies that evoke emotion. So I'm very deep in that sense. Anyway, so on top of just like trying to watch movies weekly, like going out and honestly, I know there's Netflix and Disney and all these other things, but there's something really there's still magic in watching a movie at the movie theater. Even though AMC killed my vibe watching Evil Dead Rising by just like the weirdest customer service, and like my food was all messed up, still just being in the movie theater and sitting and eating popcorn and stuff, it was dope. What I'm trying to say is I'm trying to see in two different perspectives, right? One as a consumer, what do I like to see? What do I like to do? And what would I want to make? How are these directors doing it? How are these actresses and actors doing it? And all of this stuff. And what techniques are they using? And how they get these ideas? And it's really cool. I'm not really good with names when it comes to like directors and actresses and actors and stuff, but I did recently pick up a book to try to also further incorporate movies into my head. We all know who Quentin Tarantino is. He made this book called Cinema Speculation, and it kind of, I'm not done, but it opens up with him talking about, you know, how his parents took him to these movies and as a kid, and growing up, you know, they took him to a lot of movies because he was kind of like mature for his age. So they took him to all types of movies, maybe movies that were slightly inappropriate. So from a young age, he was already kind of immersed into this world of film, and he grew up back, I forgot when he grew up. When's Quentin Tarantino's birthday? Let's see. Okay, Google. Okay, so he was born like 19. So we're talking about he's going to the movies in the 1970s and 80s, which was a very interesting time for cinema. He grew up in such a interesting time for making movies and becoming a director, and even still being significant in 2023 is just amazing. But yeah, he talks about immersing himself, and then each chapter, and he talks really specifically about movies, okay? And you really get a feel of where he gets his influence from. And I thought that was really cool, how he kind of made whatever the hell he wanted to. That was his attitude. He's like, I don't care what people want, I'm gonna do what I want. And it's, again, going back to that confidence. It's so amazing. And there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen, and a lot of them are old. I'm trying to stick this in here. No, it's not gonna work. If I just stick the pen in the beer. Hold on. You guys want to see? So there's a lot of movies. One movie, which, okay, you could say that I'm ridiculous for not seeing it. I've never seen Dirty Harry, okay, before this book. And it's funny because one of my favorite Gorillaz songs is Dirty Harry. And I wonder if that's inspired from, is Gorillaz? I mean, it would make sense. It was inspired. So that's the only time I've ever knew of Dirty Harry. And I knew it was a movie, but I never really looked into it. But I finally saw it for the first time, and I could see why it's one of his favorite movies. But he has a bunch of them. I can't believe I forgot the paper where I wrote all the movies down. Paradise Alley is another one that I want to see. The Outlaw is another one I want to see. The Outfit's another one. And all these movies were like from the 1970s, 1980s. And again, watching Dirty Harry and imagining little Quentin Tarantino watching this movie, because just like the opening scene had me fucked up. I was like, I was like, oh hell no. It was just like this wild chase of a movie. It was just every time you want this person to get caught, he would he would slippity slide out of the scene and get away with the crime. It's time for my second my second beer, if I ever make it out of here alive. She said that this was not another double IPA from Bricks. Cheers. I'm reading this book because, listen, hate him, love him, controversy, whatever. Quentin Tarantino is probably one of the best directors, at least one of the more significant ones of my lifetime. And I mean, the Kill Bill series is probably one of my favorite movies. It's on top of there. And I know he did Uma Thurman like pretty dirty during one of the scenes when she got injured, and there's this whole thing, and I think that's pretty fucked up. She did a fantastic performance, and it's just, come on, like Kill Bill series is top for me. Just thinking of how much he immersed himself in like that film world, and I feel that I need to kind of do that more often, you know, like just kind of watch more movies, write down my movies, almost become obsessive in a way. So that's something I really would like to do. It didn't get a lot of views, but the last video where I was talking about like Kevin Smith and stuff and how he put everything on the line, I think nowadays you don't have to put everything on the line to make a movie, but you do have to. It's not the money. For me, it's not the money or the equipment that's an issue, because you could make, dude, like look at there's movies that have been done on very low budgets with very minimal equipment. You don't need fancy equipment, you don't need a big budget, but you do need a lot of dedication, time, and confidence. And there's a lot of things that I already lack. You know, confidence is one of them. Jumping into your passion is something that I still have to do. So that's why even doing this, like uploading daily, talking, helps me. The thing with me is, though, I have this like dream of becoming a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, and this dream to like make movies, become something cool like by making movies, or you know what I mean, I don't know, and those are two different things, okay? They're very different. Streaming in front of camera, making videos, vlogs and whatnot is very different than making an actual movie, and I feel like that's another thing that kind of like messes with the flow of things. Like it just doesn't go. I could be uploading on YouTube or Twitch every day, but it still does help with like making movies, you know what I mean, because it's different concepts. And I do want to sit down. I've didn't bring them today, I swear I do have them, but I have index cards with a bunch of like stuff, ideas that I want to work on, and it's just about sitting and taking the time to do that. So very interesting. You know, this book is not going to be enough. You know, watching movies weekly is not going to be enough. I have to really start bouncing ideas off of people, doing brainstorming sessions, literally becoming obsessed with this. Just comes during a time that I'm also vigorously applying for work, and it's not working out. And you know, sometimes it's weird because I know a lot of people are struggling to find work while simultaneously the unemployment level is at its lowest. But I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, is this not a coincidence that I'm unemployed and I can't get hired even though I'm super qualified for a lot of the jobs I'm applying for? Like, why am I being put in this position? Like, at this point, I feel that I'm being forced into this. What is the universe trying to tell me? You ever feel that way when you're just like in a situation and you can't seem to find a way out and you don't understand what's happening, but you're there and you're scared? But yeah, I mean, hopefully reading this book, I am learning about a lot of new movies, and this, again, I still have to do a lot more, but I just kind of wanted to talk about that over some beers. That's the rant for the day. Just talking about movies, wanting to make short films on here. I actually applied to work as an intern at the Tribeca Film Festival. I haven't gotten a call back, so I think I'm just gonna buy my ticket already. I've always wanted to go to the Tribeca Film Festival. I was thinking maybe I could network there and maybe gain some inspiration. Hopefully, maybe possibly run into Casey Neistat. I don't know. It's interesting. Like my whole life is wanting to hold the camera. You know what I mean? I just don't know what I want to do with the camera. That's the only thing. You know what I mean? You get a tool and you can use it in a lot of different ways. Dude, my eye, all day with my eye. But, you know, I have a tool, even though this camera is already broken. Yeah, it's like, how do I use the camera? Drinking tip, always bring your own water and always drink it while you're drinking. Why do I always bring my own water, you ask? Because places be nasty. And at least they clean their beer glasses appropriately. This is a good sign. Whenever you see this on your beer, it means that it's beer clean. Okay? If you don't see this on your beer glass, the quality of your beer is not good. And if you want to learn more about that, you're going to have to comment down below, because that's a whole different thing. I forgot to introduce that beer. Which one was that? Oh, man. This one is the Jersey Common, Hackensack Brewing. Not my favorite, but that's it. We're just talking about movies, beer, and how I don't know what direction I want to go into. So that brought me here to Sedona Tap House, where when this video concludes, I'm going to be working on the office word searches. They're fun. Listen, I'm almost 30. Okay. Gotta get into the old habits now. Soon I'm going to be doing the word searches and Sudoku. What about y'all? Do you guys think that, have you ever been in a situation where you feel like at some point, no matter how hard you're trying to get out of it, that you're being forced into it? And it's almost like versing yourself. You know what I mean? You know, like in Scott Pilgrim, where Scott Pilgrim versus Nega Scott. That's what it feels like. But at the end, they're just friends. I feel like sometimes I'm being put against myself, but we're just friends. Like, we're just chilling. And I need to just trust myself. Oh my God, I need to just trust myself. I'm looking at myself like I'm the enemy, but I'm not the enemy. I'm my friend. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know if it's the beer, but I am feeling like I just had a break there. I just need to trust myself. I'm a friend. You know what? Cheers, guys. We're all each other's friends. Don't doubt yourself. Do whatever you want to do, because you know what? It'll work out. And if it doesn't, as long as you have good friends and family, or good food, or good beer, then you're good. Or a good view, or good health, or good shelter. These are all things. You might not have it all, but if you have some, it's all you need. You can follow your dreams. Cheers. This content is revolutionary. We drink on this channel. We drink beer. I'm gonna do my word search now. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and I got 2 new subscribers. So welcome to my channel. I hope you love it. Okay, I'm putting the thing in the glass now.